Scene script. History, as they say, is written by the victors. But what happens when our collective memory seems to rewrite it again? It's fascinating, isn't it? How certain events from history are often shrouded in a fog of misconception? Take, for instance, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Common belief holds that the founding fathers of the United States gathered on July 4th, 1776 and signed the historic document. Yet reality begs to differ. The truth is the document was adopted on that day, but the actual signing didn't begin until August 2nd. Or consider the iconic figure, Napoleon Bonaparte. His stature is frequently imagined as short, a detail that has become synonymous with his name. However, contrary to this popular belief, Napoleon wasn't really that short. He was recorded to be 5 feet 7 inches tall, an average height for Frenchmen of his time. The misconception likely stems from a difference in English and French measurements. Then there's the famed tale of the Roman Emperor Nero playing the fiddle while Rome burned. A compelling image, isn't it? Yet it's another historical fallacy. The fiddle, you see, wasn't invented until a millennium after Nero's time. He couldn't have possibly played it while Rome was engulfed in flames. And who can forget the story of Vincent van Gogh gifting his severed ear to a woman he was enamored with? A grand, albeit gruesome gesture of love? Well, not quite. The reality is that Van Gogh did cut off his own ear, but he only offered it to a brothel maid, not a love interest. Odd, isn't it? How we all remember certain events one way, only to find out we were wrong. But what if there's more to it than simple forgetfulness? As we delve deeper, we find ourselves standing on the edge of an intriguing phenomenon that challenges our understanding of memory. Buckle up and get ready for a journey into the realm of the Mandela Effect. Enter the Mandela Effect, a phenomenon where a large group of people remembers an event or fact incorrectly, believing their false memories to be true. This rather curious occurrence was named after the iconic South African political figure Nelson Mandela. The reason? A widespread yet incorrect collective memory that Mandela died in prison during the 1980s. This is where the story gets interesting. Mandela, in fact, walked out of prison in February 1990, after 27 years of incarceration, and later served as the president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He lived until 2013, passing away at the ripe age of 95. But the false memory of his death in the 1980s was so pervasive that it left many puzzled when he emerged from prison, very much alive. So, what is this all about? Why would a multitude of people share a false memory that is so vivid and specific? This is where the theory behind the Mandela Effect comes into play. Some believe these shared false memories could be evidence of alternate realities, or dimensions. Sounds like a sci-fi movie plot, doesn't it? But let's entertain this notion for a moment. Imagine a multiverse, where multiple versions of reality exist concurrently. In one universe, Nelson Mandela did die in the 1980s, and that's the memory some people carry. But in this universe, the one you and I inhabit, he lived until 2013, and somehow, memories from one universe have bled into another, causing this mass misremembering. Of course, this is just a theory, and a rather controversial one at that. Critics argue that the Mandela Effect is nothing more than a case of false memory, a psychological phenomenon where people recall something that did not happen or happened differently from the way they remember it. So, what's the truth? Are these shared false memories a glimpse into alternate realities, or are they simply the result of our imperfect memory? So are we all just misremembering, or could we be glimpsing into parallel universes? The jury is still out on that one. But one thing is for sure, the Mandela Effect certainly makes for a fascinating conversation. Let's dive deeper into this curious phenomenon by looking at some of the most popular examples of the Mandela Effect. Take, for instance, Rich Uncle Pennybags, the mascot of the game Monopoly. Many people distinctly remember him donning a monocle, giving him that quintessential capitalist look. However, if you were to open a Monopoly box right now and look at the character, you'd find that he has never worn a monocle. It seems our collective memory has embellished his image, possibly conflating him with another spectacle-wearing tycoon, Mr. Peanut. Then, there's one of the most popular misquotes in film history from the iconic Star Wars franchise. Many recall Darth Vader revealing his paternity to Luke Skywalker with the line, "Luke, I am your father." But rewind the tape and you'll hear, "No, I am your father." This misquote might have proliferated because the incorrect version provides essential context when quoted out of the film. These are but two examples among many. There's the spelling of children's book characters. The Berenstain Bears, often misremembered as Berenstain, or the famous painting of King Henry VIII, where people swear he's holding a turkey leg, when in fact, he's not. So why do these widespread misconceptions happen? Some experts suggest it's due to the influence of popular culture, where a small error can ripple into a widely accepted belief. Others propose it's the power of suggestion, where one person's false memory can influence others to remember things the same way. Then there are the more fringe theories, venturing into parallel universes and alternate realities. These theorists propose that our collective false memories are remnants from our past experiences in these alternate realities. While it's a fascinating concept, it's a bit too Twilight Zone for mainstream acceptance. Regardless of the reasons, the Mandela Effect serves as a humbling reminder of the fallibility of our memories. Our minds, it seems, are not the infallible record keepers we'd like them to be. So next time you're sure about a piece of trivia, question it. You might just be experiencing the Mandela Effect.